time I did a video on the Revlon one-step hair dryer and showing you guys how to do a blowout at home, and did not anticipate that you guys would love that video so much. I have gotten all of my friends hooked on this. It's so good. But there's been a hair tool that has taken over the world, and that is the Dyson Airwrap. Woo! This bad boy, I mean, we have seen this all over social media over the past couple of years. It kind of feels surreal to be holding this in my hand right now. My friend Victoria actually let me borrow her Airwrap situation for this video, so thanks, girl. Whenever I see Dyson Airwrap tutorials, it's usually people who have either short hair, sleek, fine, or naturally straight hair, which obviously their hair looks amazing, so much easier. It's a lot more effortless to get that sleek blowout style. So I've been really interested to see how the Airwrap actually works on someone with thick textured hair, 2B to 2C hair, so not like super coiled, but definitely curly hair. So I thought I would put these bad boys to the test. So I'm gonna style the right side of my hair with the Revlon One Step. The left side, we're gonna do the Dyson Airwrap. Pause this video and comment below which you think is gonna win. I don't know. I really don't know. You know what? I'm gonna place a vote. I'm gonna go with my Revlon is gonna turn out better, solely because I don't know if I wanna like this. I don't know if I wanna become invested in a $550 hair tool and try to justify buying this. Just seems so cruel. So I am gonna start off with the dryer because I read that in order for this to best work on people with curly hair, that you should dry your hair about like 70% and then use this instead of just going straight for it. Although you can obviously do that, but apparently this is just gonna make it happen a little bit faster. But the attachment I decided to go with to compare it to the Revlon is the soft smoothing brush. On the Dyson website, it says this creates a smooth blow dry finish, and the soft bristles are engineered to be gentle on the scalp. I thought that sounded most like the Revlon. Obviously, there's not gonna be two attachments that are exactly the same because this one has more of like a nylon bristle, whereas the Revlon has a mix of the nylon bristle here in the middle on both sides, as well as the boar bristles kind of built into them as well. So you're getting both. But I do want to mention the Airwrap also comes with this round volumizing brush attachment. And at first, I thought this would be way more similar to the Revlon, but on the Dyson website, it says the round volumizing brush is going to give your hair body, and the bristles create tension to shape the hair as it dries. And this is meant for people with fine or flat hair. So I did want to throw that out there in case anyone's wondering why I'm not using this one. I actually gave this a go the other day and my hair was so frizzy. It looked horrible on me. It actually looked pretty good when I was just doing my bangs, but for the actual body of my hair, it did not work for me. But if you do have fine, flat, non-textured hair, this will probably be a better attachment for you. So with that being said, let's get into it. I am first gonna start off by putting Opalex number 6. Oh my gosh, I can never say this right. I want to always say Opalex. Olaplex number 6. This is a bond smoother. It's a leave-in styling cream that reduces frizz, nourishes, and protects. So we're doing all of the things. This is also supposed to speed up blow dry time while it's smoothing, so we love that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. You're supposed to focus this on more of like the ends, mid-shaft to the ends of your hair. It smells so good. Just gonna add a teeny bit more, because I have a lot of hair. Like last time, I'm gonna add a little bit of Jisoo hair oil. I can't remember if I put this in actually before I was doing my hair or after, or both. Just gonna add a little bit. And I'm gonna, again, avoid the top of my hair just so that I'm not weighing it down too much, because I obviously wanna see if we can get that volume. I'm just going to comb everything out so that I can disperse the product. We love a good disbursement, don't we, folks? Yes, we do. It smells so good. So I'm gonna start with the Revlon side and just put Dyson side in a little bun. I'm gonna section my hair off and do this in layers because that's how we do it with the Revlon. If you have thick or curly hair, I definitely recommend doing your hair in sections. You can get closer to your root that way. I mean, I am just a hair icon. There is a cool setting, a low, and a high setting. Like last time, I start with the high setting because I have really thick curly hair. It just needs that higher heat, unfortunately. But if you got finer hair, please start with the low setting. See how it goes. I do about like a couple inch sections like that. Let's begin.
I just need another number. That's all I want. 'Cause all I want is you. Is you. It takes two. 'Cause all I want is you. Is you.
So I typically do this in layers and then I fine tune afterward because there are some spots obviously that it didn't get completely straight. I mean, this is a pretty large brush, so when you have really curly hair, sometimes it can be hard to get to the roots, so you really have to hold it there for a few seconds or fine tune it like I do afterwards. So we're taking it a step at a time. There's no need to rush. It's like learning to fly or falling in love. Boom, boom, and let's do this again.
Guess I'm missing all your energy. That's all I want. That's all I want. Promise I am not your enemy. I just need another memory. That's all I want.
Do you want to note when I am kind of going back in after this first layer and then fine tuning, I do switch it to the lower setting just so that it's not as crazy.
'Cause all I want is you. It takes
Right, got another layer down. I can tell closer to my root that there's definitely some kink still, but we'll fully assess once we're done. All right, final layers down. Let's finish her off.
all I want is you.
Apparently my camera decided to shut off while I was doing my thing. This is what we're working with on the Revlon side. I cut my hair, my bangs a little unevenly the other day. Let's not talk about it. Gonna do what they suggested and start with the blow dry attachment, which honestly, this is really nice that they come with this because I have the regular Dyson, what's it called? The hair dryer, which is expensive in itself. All right, so I'm just gonna give myself a quick little blow dry, nothing too crazy. For the settings, I'm gonna do the highest airflow and the lowest heat setting. Actually end it there. I didn't really dry it all too much, but I don't want to make my hair too dry because the way this works, the way both of these tools work is on wet or damp hair. So, I mean, we just gotta deliver. Woo, I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna keep the same settings, the lowest heat. There is also a cool setting, but I like to finish off my styling with the cool settings. So I'll just do the lower heat, which I do want to point out, I like that you have that option.
I just want somebody to talk to, someone that's on my mind. I want something that's all cool, and it don't waste my time. Yeah, I just want somebody, just want somebody.
One layer down.
Somebody to talk to. I like to drive by myself, so I control the volume. I like to dance by myself.
I just want to say off the bat, I can tell that this is definitely pulling on my hair less when you use the Revlon, at least for my hair type. You can feel it kind of snagging on your hair a little bit with the boar bristles, which doesn't really bother me too much because I have so much hair, so whatever, it just kind of feels like I used a round brush. But I know that people with fine, thinner hair might be a little concerned with the Revlon in that way, and that it does tug and might pull out your hair. Although if you have less textured hair to begin with, it probably isn't going to have that effect on your hair. This is just my experience with my hair type, is just very tangly. But I just wanted to point that out, that this goes through my hair a lot more smoothly. I can already feel that. I also did change this up to the highest heat setting. I noticed that it was kind of taking a few times to like get the kink out, at least from what I'm seeing. So I did boost this up about like halfway through when I was doing this. I can also feel there are a couple little wet spots throughout my hair, which was the same with the Revlon. Again, I just go in and fine tune it later. Let's continue.
This ain't even love it. I can't help but love it. Oh my, I tell myself to stop, but I can't stop it. Oh no, I can't control myself the way I want it. No, it can't be good.
I might be using smaller layers, but it is drying my hair really quickly, which we love. We all know how long it takes to blow dry curly hair. Almost done.
I'm like too into how I'm getting too addicted. No, it can't be good, 'cause it feels too good. I know what's wrong, but baby, I'm obsessed with you. My favorite song comes on, I hear you singing badly. No, you're not really there, so then I roll my windows down like
Here, let's give it a little zhuzh for all of this voluminous hair. Oh my God. Woo, the volume. I can feel it. going to add just a little bit more. Ew, there was literally, I kind of love when there's hair all over this. Just gonna add a little bit more hair oil on both sides and then we can assess. Brush that through. Let me just disclaimer here that my bangs are not looking 10 out of 10 right now. Let's give them like 2 weeks. I was trying to follow a hair tutorial online. Check those in for now. Let's assess the rest of it. Here's the comparison. This side was the Revlon One Step. This one is the Dyson Airwrap. Which do we like better, folks? Now there's a huge, huge difference. First impressions, first looks here, at least in my viewfinder, they look pretty dang similar. Like, is that just me or what do you think? Now, obviously the purpose of both of these attachments is to blow dry and straighten your hair in one step. And for the most part, I feel like they both accomplish that really well. And at the end of the day, that is why I love a tool like this, because when you have really textured curly hair, it can be such a struggle to straighten your hair. And on a weekly basis, I am not gonna be blow drying my hair. I don't use tools like this every single week. I tend to like my hair to air dry, and then these tools are specifically for wet to dry hair. So just want to throw that out there. It's not something that I would recommend using every single time you shower. Air drying is obviously going to be the best option if you do have curly hair, just to preserve our curls. Obviously for damaging purposes, it's best to not have heat on your hair as much as possible. So with that being said, if you're someone who like never wants to put a blow dryer to their hair, I totally understand that, and that's amazing. And hair tools like this probably isn't going to be the best option for you just because you don't really need it. They are great when you're in a time crunch, especially, and you're like, I need a shower in the morning and be somewhere at night. Like someone with my hair type, like it takes me a good day to dry my hair naturally. So some days I just don't have that time. This is a great option for days like that, or when I just want to add a little bit more volume to my hair. But continuing on with the comparison, let's start at the roots. So I feel like with both of these tools, it didn't completely get all of the kinks out of my roots. I think you can see even more kinks on the Revlon side. And there's definitely a couple kinks like throughout my hair as well. But again, when you are getting a blowout, the end result isn't the same as straightening. You're gonna have more volume and it's never gonna be completely straight if you are someone with textured hair. At least that's with my experience whenever I've gone to the hairdresser or even like a dry bar situation, they can never get my hair fully straight. So I just kind of accepted that it's just a different look, a different vibe. I do think with the Dyson, I could get a little bit closer to my roots. The bristles kind of go back and forth like that, so it kind of moves with your hair, which I found to be really nice. And I think that's the reason why this didn't really get caught in my hair as well. But even with the Dyson side, it didn't perfectly get my roots. Maybe I just need to also play around with it more. This was literally my first time trying this attachment. If I had to pick one, I would say the Airwrap got a little bit closer to the root, a little bit less kinky. As far as which one dried my hair faster, I feel like it was pretty similar. It's kind of hard to say because I used the dryer attachment too before this just to get this a little bit drier, but I'm honestly impressed with both of these tools. I think they both dried my hair a lot faster, but I purposely didn't set a timer for both sides just because I was taking it down in layers. Kind of hard to say, but I feel like they're very similar. Obviously, I showed you earlier the bristle comparison. This one has the boar bristle and the nylon. This one just has the nylon, so that's kind of where they differ. I feel like the Revlon one might give a little bit more volume throughout the hair shaft just because of that reason, whereas this one I feel like looks a little bit more sleek, but it's nothing too drastically different where I would be like, you have to go with the Airwrap. Looks wise, they're very similar, but texture wise, when I'm feeling my hair, the Revlon one feels a little bit more dry. It feels like a little bit more textured, not frizzy necessarily, but it just definitely feels like my hair is thicker. Whereas this side of my hair on the Airwrap side, it feels smoother, more sleek. They feel a lot different. In terms of functionality, how they feel when you're holding them, both of these compared to when you're using a hairdryer and a brush, I feel like is a little bit more user-friendly. The Revlon's gonna be a little bit thinner where you actually hold it. The Dyson is a little bit thicker. Holding them, I actually prefer the Revlon just because it is a little bit thinner. Dyson one is a little bit heavier. And comparing the ends of my hair, both of them give you that really cute little curved in kind of vibe, and you can definitely switch this if you want it to be more flipped out. You just have to flip the hair out, obviously, versus in. I feel like that really differentiates your hair. It gives you that signature blowout vibe. So for the ends comparison, this one is the Dyson. This piece is like really curled in. Hello. This is what the ends of my hair look like with the Revlon. I mean, they both give you pretty much the same vibe. A very important comparison, in my opinion, is the All right, Revlon, just trying to steal the show here. That is the price comparison between these two tools. Oh my gosh, nothing close to each other. It's kind of insane. The Revlon one is around $40 and this one goes on sale all the time versus the Dyson Airwrap, which is $550. But it is worth mentioning that it's not just one attachment that you get with this. You also get the dryer attachment. You also get this one, which is more for frizz-prone hair, but you also get the attachments to curl your hair, which is really great, as well as this round brush. So, I mean, there's definitely so much more versatility with this tool. Curl your hair, straighten your hair, give yourself a blowout, give yourself volume, and it's all in basically one tool, just different attachments, which makes this really, really versatile. And I get the appeal with this, especially because you control your airflow, you can control the different heat or cooling. Overall, probably less damaging on your hair. I mean, I can't confirm the damage difference that it does on your hair, but versatility aside, if you're just looking for a tool that's gonna give you that blowout at home look, a lot of volume, straighten your hair while also giving your hair volume, I mean, I just can't recommend the Airwrap over this because it just doesn't make any sense. Even if you prefer this side over this, I don't think any of us could say that this side is worth $500 more than this side. Is that fair? There is this one spot right here, which I'm not sure if it was because my hair was too dry, if it needed to be more wet to begin with. That was really hard for me to straighten. Like, it just wasn't straightening all the way. You can see it's just still a little bit kinky, a little bit frizzy. So maybe I need to get like a spritz bottle and make sure that my top layer of my hair is still wet when I'm doing this, just so that it really gets it dry, because I feel like this top layer is a little bit more frizzy than I would like. Price aside, let me know in the comments below which side you like better. Do we like the Revlon side or the Dyson side? Dun dun dun, to the test. Also, if there's a tool that I should compare to either of these tools as well that I'm not aware of yet, please let me know, because I'm definitely down to continue doing these battle videos. I am in the process of doing more curly hair videos as well, so for all of you asking why I'm not wearing my hair naturally lately, don't you worry. I've been trying out so many different hair products and hair tools to amplify my natural hair, so I'm really excited to share this with you soon. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!